Hello everybody and welcome to your Saturday practice review here at the Red Bull Ring in Austria in our UK studio due to the COVID-19 situation. Now let's take a look quickly at how the calendar shapes up during this disrupted season and where we are for the first 2 weekends of Formula 1. We fly over from Abu Dhabi 215 days ago to the first round of Formula 1 2020. It's the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. And we're here twice, of course. Next weekend, we're here for the Steiermark Grand Prix. The weekend after, it's the Hungarian Grand Prix on the 17th to the 19th of July. A week off before the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. A week later, at Silverstone, the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. And then the Spanish Grand Prix in mid-August. A week off before the only two next confirmed races of Belgium and Italy in early September. It's the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring, and this is your Saturday practice review. The Austrian Grand Prix kicks off this weekend, but what does the track look like? Let's take a look around the Red Bull Ring with Lap Attack. Let's take a look at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. 4.318 kilometres, 10 corners, 3 DRS zones and 2 detection points and a speed trap on the way down towards turn 4. 10 corners, elevation changes high at turn 3. On board then with the Red Bull of 2019 as you come into the back half of the section. This is where you start your lap, a small downhill section, full opposite lock, blast up the hill, open up the DRS and hurtle uphill towards turn 1, starting the lap, 8th gear flat out. Usually you're at full pace as you brake down 4th gear, flip the car to the right, uphill counter the oversteer. Now there's a long drag and a little kink is officially called turn 2 before you head up the hill towards turn 3 of Rima's 8th gear, brake down all the way down to 2nd gear, tight right, full opposite lock, counter the oversteer and you back down the hill. DRS open towards Sochler's Gold at turn 4. It's a downhill braking zone so you've got gravity on your side. As you hit the brakes down to 4th gear. Carry the car in on the half banked section, get the power on early at the exit and drift round turn 5. 6 and 7 is next as you pass the famous Bull that's alongside the other half of the track. No fans in attendance, but you're blasting through this section that is always a treat to see. It almost feels like a go-kart track as you're up 7th gear, up over the crest towards Lauda and Rindt in turns 9 and 10. Brake slightly, 5th gear, carry the car towards the exit, little dip into turn 10, get the power on, ride the curb, open up the DRS, so you complete a lap at the Red Bull Ring. A tricky but demanding circuit, and one that certainly tests the drivers. So let's get in then to the third practice session, and that's what you're all here for anyway. And once again, it was a Mercedes 1-2. Lewis Hamilton for the third time this weekend, topping a practice session, a 104.130, separated by less than a tenth and a half to his teammate of Valtteri Bottas. And then third place, Red Bull finally upping their game. Max Verstappen had a great session. Sergio Perez once again proving that Racing Point has a lot of grunt. And he went into 4th place. Now last night it was announced that Red Bull had protested the Mercedes DAS system for clarification. Is it legal or is it illegal? The stewards took 6 hours, but it was finally decided that DAS is good. Which is the joke that's been going around the paddock. It's good, it's legal. So now what are Red Bull going to do? Are they going to put a system on for themselves? We don't know. That's the rumour going around in the paddock that Red Bull do have a DAS system to go on their car. Mercedes are happy, but are they going to use it in qualifying? Because once a car leaves pit lane, it's in parc fermé. So no changes can be made in terms of the setup. Moving the DAS system is changing the axis of the suspension, but it's also a steering aspect. So it's changing the differential of the car. So let's just see if Mercedes do use it in qualifying and if Red Bull or any other team protest. We're also expecting a protest about the Racing Point car, because it's basically a copy of last year's Mercedes. Now that's not illegal, and Racing Point have been in contact with the FIA stewards all throughout the winter. They say it's perfectly fine. So we're in a sort of a little bit of an unusual situation here, but we'll just have to keep on a lookout to see if it's legal or not, and to see if there's any more protest going forward. Ferrari were 5th, and it's Charles Leclerc who was ahead of the other Red Bull of Alexander Albon. Sebastian Vettel in 7th place as well. Ferrari, we know they have an upgrade coming for the Hungarian Grand Prix and are going to struggle in the first 2 race weekends here in Austria, and of course next weekend at the Red Bull Ring for the Steiermark Grand Prix. You've got to really pronounce that right. Lance Stroll in 8th, Pierre Gasly 9th, and Lando Norris in 10th. 6 teams in the top 10. That is staggering once again. Renault 11th and 12th. They've got work to do. Ocon had a little bit of an issue that kept him out of the session towards the latter half. He lost about 20 minutes. Daniel Ricciardo putting in the laps as well, just trying to get used to the car. He was the last driver within a second of Hamilton's time. Carlos Sainz 13th as well. He was out early on in the session. He was the only car on track for about 20 minutes as the teams prepared to run for qualifying setup. Danny Kvyat was 14th, Romain Grosjean 15th, George Russell 16th, Magnussen 17th, Giovinazzi 18th, and Raikkonen 19th. So not a good day for the Alfa Romeos. And Nicholas Latifi crashed out of the session, bringing out the first red flag of the 2020 season in terms of the actual session. Coming out of turn 1, he got on the rumble strips. The car darted towards the left, towards the wall. He caught it with some oversteer, and then understeer, the car spun round, knocked off the front wing, and pirouetted 360 about 3 times. No damage to the car apart from the front wing, so we should see him in qualifying as well. But he lost 35 minutes in the session. A dramatic one here then, all ready to go for qualifying. Let's take a look at what the times are after free practice 3 for the Austrian Grand Prix. So Lewis Hamilton topped the 3rd practice session. He's topped all the sessions this weekend, but a 104.130. Second was Valtteri Bottas, a 104.277. Max Verstappen, 3rd fastest, a 104.413. Sergio Perez maintaining that Racing Point dominance in 4th, a 104.605. Charles Leclerc in 5th place, a 104.703. Alexander Albon in 6th, a 104.725. Sebastian Vettel is in 7th, a 104.851. Lance Stroll 8th on a 104.918. Pierre Gasly 9th, a 104.949. And Lando Norris rounds out the top 10 on a 104.950. Esteban Ocon is in 11th on a 105.037. 12th for Danny Ricciardo, a 105.088. Carlos Sainz is 13th on a 105.177. Danny Kvyat 14th, a 105.290. Romain Grosjean 15th, a 105.363. Then we get George Russell 16th, a 105.565. Kevin Magnussen is 17th, a 105.648. Antonio Giovinazzi 18th, a 105.654. Kimi Raikkonen 19th, a 105.773. And Nicholas Latifi in 20th, a 107.049. So loads of action then coming forward. Going into qualifying, well, if you're a betting man, then it looks to be that I would put my money where Mercedes are. Hamilton for pole position, Bottas second. The interesting battle is who's going to be on the second row of the grid. Red Bull and Racing Point are looking stronger than Ferrari. My money is going to be Sergio Perez to take 3rd place and Max Verstappen in 4th, with the Ferraris lining up behind them. And then wrapping up, I think we'll see the McLarens and AlphaTauris in position as well. So keep a cross out. Qualifying 1, 2 and 3 coming your way later on this afternoon. It's live on Sky Sports F1. Highlights are on Channel 4. And everyone was asking after we did our live stream yesterday of Free Practice 1, are you going to do any more? Well, the plan is that we're going to do a couple throughout the season of commentaries, and then hopefully we'll try and get a full radio commentary set up at one of the Grand Prix this year. But we have got limited technology available to us in the COVID-19 situation that we can't just pop out and get some. So we're going to have to hold off on that, but stay tuned because we've got all this. If you want to listen to the commentaries, by the way, we're in the Grand Review podcast where we did our race highlight commentary. That's on Wednesday as well. But we'll be back tomorrow with the Sunday race preview with analysis of qualifying and a look ahead to the Austrian Grand Prix, and in our race review programme in the evening as well, going over the details. The Grand Review podcast will be on Wednesday, and of course next week we do it all over again here at the Red Bull Ring for the newly named Steiermark Grand Prix. That's enough now. See you later on. From us all here though, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you later on. Bye bye.